Dear students, I hope you will be all right. In this video, I am going to discuss with you about the introduction of the macroeconomics topic. This course is going to help you, especially the students of the commerce and business who are studying in the BS Part 1. In this lecture, I will give you the introduction of the macroeconomics, that what is the macroeconomics and what are the major topics this course at the introductory level covers. Because this is the course which we are going to discuss is of the introductory level. So, first of all, what the macroeconomics is about. Generally, we are saying that macroeconomics is the study of the structure and performance of national economies and of the policies that government use to try to affect the economic performance. Macroeconomics usually studies the aggregate economy, the whole economy of the country, the policies of the governments, the policies which are used by the governments to influence the macro economy, macro outputs. So it is the study of the aggregate economy or the entire economy. We can say the national economy or even the global economy. What are the major issues addressed by the macroeconomics or the macroeconomists? What they discuss? The macroeconomists, they discuss the nation's long-run economic growth, the economic growth for the longer time periods. Usually we use the term long-run for more than a year, and the short-run growth means the growth which is less than a year. Economic growth means output level of the country. And what causes the nation's economic activity to fluctuate? Not only macroeconomists study the long-run economic growth of the country, but also it studies the different factors that are going to affect the aggregate outputs, aggregate outcomes, that what are the factors affecting the overall output of the economy. And another major topic or the major point which we are going to discuss during this series of the lectures is the unemployment. Unemployment is one of the major issues or the burning issue of the modern times, though it remains hot issue throughout the history, but now in the recent times it is very serious because the number of the unemployed people is increasing day by day. And another issue that we are going to discuss are the macroeconomists. They discuss that what caused prices to rise. Even if in today's time periods, the people they are discussing with each other the rise in the price levels. Everyday prices are rising. So being a macroeconomist, we call this one the inflation. So we will also discuss during this lecture series that what are the reasons, what are the causes of the price rises, why the price level is rising, and how does being a part of a global economic system affects national economy. And also macroeconomics deals or studies that being a part of the global economy, how the global events or the policies or the acts or the activities can affect the individual nations' economies. And the other point that the can government policies be used to improve economic performance. And we also discuss that what will be the policies or what are the different policy options available to the economists or to the governments to correct the economic conditions of their country, just like the inflation, the GDP growth rate, the unemployment, and overall debt condition of the country. So, the long-run economic growth, the rich nations have experienced extended period of rapid economic growth. If we check the history, that the history is telling that the rich nations, they are continuously growing. Only when sometimes their economies suffer some sort of the recessions or fall in their output growth, but most of the times their economies are growing day by day. But the poor nations, the countries like Pakistan, the developing countries, they are suffering serious types of the economic growth issues. Their economies are most of the times are declining. Their economies are not growing according to their capabilities, according to their resource availability. So, increased output. When we say that economic growth, it means we are talking about the total output of the country, the things which are produced, and usually we use the term the GDP, the gross domestic product of the country. It is increasing, the total output is increasing because of increasing of the population, the number of available workers. One of the reasons that why the output of the countries is increasing in economic terms, when your population is going to increase, it means your number of workers are going to increase. But unfortunately, the countries like Pakistan, they have huge populations, but despite their huge populations, their economies are not doing well because of their uneducated, illiterate labor force. They are not useful for the production processes, or the government policies, they are not suitable to consume the labor for the production purposes. So another factor that why the output of any country is increasing, the average labor productivity means per worker productivity. When we compare that how much a worker is producing now is compared to the yesterday's production of the same worker, if the worker is producing more than the yesterday's output, we say the worker's productivity has been increased. What are the reasons that the productivity of a worker can be increased? One of the reasons is the technological improvement. Another reason is the experience or the training of the workers, education, skills, improvement in these skills. So increasing average labor productivity means the amount of output produced per unit of the labor input. So rates of growth of output, we usually say that GDP growth rate or growth rate, output growth rate. Rates of growth of output or output per worker are determined by the rates of saving and investment. The worker's output can be increased by increase in the savings and investment. The technological change, improvement in the technology, rates of change in other factors. There are also other factors, they can have also impact on the workers' productivity. So when we say the rates of growth, it means the rates of investment or saving and investment, they are related. If you save more, then the investment automatically will increase. Technology means better technology can also aid to the production increase, and the rates of change in other factors. Another factor which we are going to discuss during this